Jamie, you first won silver at the Salt Lake City Games, but then there was a judging scandal. It was uncovered, and you and your partner, 6 days later, you actually got the gold medal. I mean, it was on the front cover of Time magazine. Everybody was talking about it. Here's the question to you. Could yesterday's competition have been rigged or unfair?
Oh, wow. Could you be more blunt about it? You know what? I guess we'll never really know until somebody does speak, and like they did in Salt Lake City. But it is very suspicious. We're all frustrated with this whole, every time there's a scandal, there's Russians involved. But you've got two judges on this panel. One is a judge that was suspended in 1998 for trying to fix the dance event. And the other is the wife of the Russian Federation president. So it just doesn't really make things look very good.
Brian, what do you think? I mean, was it rigged?
The key word is subjective, subjective, subjective. We're in a judge sport. I mean, when you talk about the component levels of a Karolina Kostner or Una Kim, they're so high, and that's the in-between skating, the edge quality, the choreography, the sophistication of the way that they move. That definitely is it here. But Soltnikova brought a technical game of spinning, her spinning positions, her jumping passes, all were really difficult, but she's not as good in the components, so it brings it here. But this is the gray area. Which one's worth more? Which one should be awarded more? In my opinion, I got caught up in the moment too. Soltnikova, she was amazing, and at the moment, wow, I think that they're going to give it to her.
Yeah.
But then, sort of the day after, I think, I don't think that Una Kim should have been as close to Soltnikova after the short program, and I think that that is the gap that should not have been bridged so that Una Kim would have been a two-time Olympic champion.
All right, so you're saying but as for another reason. But, Brian, it goes a little bit further than this. Ashley Wagner, who was also one of the skaters, of course, came in 7th and was 4th in the Nationals. So, by the way, thanks to subjectivity, actually got to go, even though she wouldn't have technically made the cut, right? But she's been very vocal of the sports judging system, and after she came in 7th, she said, and I'll quote her, "People don't want to watch a sport where you see people fall down and somehow score above someone who goes clean. It's confusing, and we need to make it clear for you." Does that come off a little bit as sour grapes?
I think that the mistakes, I'm a big fan of Ashley Wagner's. I think Ashley's mistakes that she made in the program were not as noticeable to the public, but she had a lot of 2-foot landings and under rotation on some jumps. So I think that her scores, at least for the free program, were fair. I think the ones that weren't fair were for Paulina Edmonds, who ended up in 9th place. Her component scores and her technical scores were really, I think that they should have been at a high level. And I think that she's the one that got a lower standing than she